Good morning, everyone. This is Ann Thompson from the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock, Arkansas. If you're just now joining us and didn't see our first floss tube, it is up and posted. Please take time to view. It had some great information in it. The first thing I want to say is thank you for all of the comments that were sent for the first floss tube. It was very positive, and that's what I want to offer to you, to the needlework industry, is positivity and freedom. It was really interesting to see all of the positive comments and all the thumbs up. There was one thumb down, which I thought, maybe I need to improve and maybe not. A sweet lady that I go to church with, a young lady that is very young, in her 20s, made a post on her Facebook page that same day, and it says, confidence is not they will like me, confidence is I'll be okay if they don't. And I want to extend that out to everyone. There's going to always be negativity in life, and like a battery in a car, you've got to have positive and negative in order to grow and to mature as a person, to learn lessons. And I've learned quite a few in life, and I know as I grow older, there will be more to learn. I remember an elder man that has passed away that was in our church. He was in his 80s, and he made a comment to me one time that every day I am still learning. At that age, I thought that was a very good comment to make, because we can always work on ourselves and on improving. And so each day as I wake up, I want to be thankful and grateful because I am blessed. I live in the United States of America, and that right there says enough. To live in a country with so much freedom of just access to almost anything that you want, or the chance to order it, even if it's across the ocean. Again, thank you to everyone for the positive comments. I want to jump right in with what I'm working on. And so in the first floss tube, I talked about behind the scenes, and I'm still going to move forward with that. I was going to try to show you a sneak peek, but it just didn't work out with my timing. So I am still working behind the scenes, and as I had said, I have changed everything almost. I did change the fabric, the thread colors, just because they weren't doing well with my dye lots. And so I wanted to give Kathy from Hands On Designs, a really pretty piece. I apologize for that. That just would really enhance her designs. They're beautiful. I've seen the models, and they were beautiful. I just could not get the dye lots of threads to work. So I am currently working on this one, number 6, and we'll keep moving forward. Also, behind the scenes, I'm working on, well, I won't say behind the scenes, because these are definitely here and ready for you to see. But I know we just finished up a lot of you finished up a lot of patriotic things. So this is Land of the Free by Little House Needleworks. It is Saturday morning, and I've not got my mojo going, but anyhow, we're going to move forward and just enjoy. Let's see. This is been stitched twice or once, and I'm currently working on the model of doing it over one. And I'm just going to be doing on this the little pot of flowers here. And my goal is to put it in one of the little pocket watches that a lot of you are doing and posting. Vonna from the Twisted Stitcher had done some. These are a few that I have done. The patterns were just some freebies that I had found. And these been stitched for several years. So, and I can't get this one. Let's see. There we go. So it'll go in one of these little pocket watches. And then here's another little motif that I just took out of a sampler. So this will be doing the same thing. We have it stitched also on, picture this plus heroic crystal. I don't think you can see that the crystal is there. We did change the fabric, I believe, and then I also, instead of leaving a little star opening here in the basket, I just went ahead and did a solid stitch and added a little button. It's a really cute little button. I'm not for sure that you can really see, but it's a heart with a little red swirl in the center from Just Another Button Company. Um, I stitched it and finished it as just a flat to sit on an easel, then use some trim around it. So it's really, really turned out cute. And I wished our pictures was giving you more justice on this. As we progress, I will look for a way to try to enhance our coloring. All right. And then moving forward, these came, Marlene, Stitching by the Lake, encourages you to rescue pieces. And from time to time, we get somebody that just walks in or calls and wants to know a deceased has, or a family member has deceased. They have decided to quit stitching or whatever. They don't want to just take the products and the finished pieces to Goodwill or somewhere and just donate. And so, probably about a year or two ago, a gentleman walked in and wanted to know his wife had passed away and wanted to know if we could do something with her items. He wanted them to go to somebody that would enjoy them and that they just would care. And I can certainly understand that, because as we age, we wonder what we're going to do or what's going to happen to our items. But anyhow, this man came in and just left stuff. I didn't have a chance to go through it for a while, and then did for a little bit, set aside trying to work here at the shop in our HVAC business. And then recently, straightening up a little bit, I went back through it and found 3 lovely finished stitched pieces. And I looked at them, and at first I was just going to have them stretched on the foam core board like you would normally, for just going ahead and framing, and that's what I was going to do and put them on display. Then when I took them over to my framer, Mr. Bob at Hobby Lobby in North Little Rock, he was in the business for years, him and his wife, and they had to move here for health reasons of a family member, and he started working there in their frame department. Love his work. He's awesome. And so I took them over to him and showed them to him. And what I have are 3 lavender and lace pieces that were stitched by an not anonymous. I do not know the lady's name. The man didn't even give his name. I just could not, I did not have the heart to just set them aside and not do something with them. So our first one is going to be the Angel of Grace. Isn't she gorgeous? Now, I've never stitched a lavender and lace. I think they are beautiful, and we do get requests for them quite often. So anyhow, this one is Angel of Grace, and I think she's just beautiful. The bird coming to her just looks so graceful. And then the next one is Earth Angel. And again, I just felt like the lady's time for stitching these was worth being framed and put on display to be admired. Again, this is Earth Angel from Lavender and Lace. And then our final one is Angel of Hope. She's the taller of the 3, but the stitching is just beautiful. So this is one way to carry on somebody else's heritage love of their needlework. Like I said, I don't know who stitched them, but I just did not have it in my heart to leave them sitting and them not be framed and put on display. These, all three, are still available to order. So just make sure, if you can, that somebody takes your pieces when you're through and does something with them. I've been really surprised at how many times I will get a phone call, usually at least a couple of times a year since I've been open. This is our 6th year being in our location here. uh, that people just, they don't know what to do with it, so they have called and asked us to do something with their loved ones' pieces or leftover stash. I'm going through quite a bit of it now, and I ran into a lady the other day, and she's looking for the old breadcloths that are very hard to find anymore. And I know there are some of that in, or some of those in what I have. So I want to separate all that, kind of have it on hand. So if it's something from the past and it has been donated, that I just pass it on to the requested person that walks in or calls looking for it. I want to be able to supply some of the older items, and just give it away because that's how it was received. Again, thank you for being with us today. I want to make sure that you are appreciated by giving me your time watching. The next thing I want to show you is a finish. It belongs to a lady named Patty. She loaned me her model, and I had actually seen this at the Prim Stitch retreat when I vended in the Memphis, Mississippi area just a few months ago, and I just fell in love with the piece. And sometimes, as you know, a picture does not give it justice. And so she had stitched the Birds of a Feather alphabet sampler. Let's see which way we're going to have to go here. Try to get you. Switch side. No, that's not going to make it any better. There, how about that? And a lot of people, it just did not, I'm sure the coloring didn't do what they wanted. We have stocked it in the store and just had her display on sale. And so the models do make a difference. And this is her piece. And she stitched this on 35 count 18th century rook, which R&R is no longer doing 35, but they are doing 36. We do have the 36, but she also changed the thread colors, and it originally used these three. I'm just going to put them up here. And then she changed and used butterscotch, tortoiseshell, and let's see, Old Crow. I did not, I've got tortoiseshell ordered, and so I didn't have it. So just as a quick substitute to show you, I pulled attic lace. These are all Belle-Soie silks. And then down here, she done a different little stitch. I'll have to go back and look at my notes. I believe she called it a queen stitch, but I need to look at it. And then all of the alphabets in the black, she stitched those over one. So when you see this up close, it is just really, really pretty. Really pretty. So thank you, Patty, for loaning these out to us. She also does custom framing, and you can send her things. I will have notes for that if you're interested in sending her framing, or if you live in her area, I'll get more information up for you. But lovely, lovely lady, lovely piece of beautiful needlework. I want to show you now. We offer this product, and it's a metal board. It comes with magnets, which this one, you can see them up here. It comes with a set of a dozen. We have them in several different colors. And this is a free chart, so I'm not breaking any copyrights here to show you that. And then you can just, like if you're, let's just say your chart was an 8 by 10 going this direction. Your frame collapses, so it makes it nice for travel. But we do have these. They're on our website if you're interested in them. I just wanted to show you it's a quick way to work your needlework, highlight it, use the color crayons, pack it down, even use it in your office or your craft studio for notes. I want to just show you things that have a variety each time as I do a Flosstube, have a variety of just different designers and different things, and not get so caught up in just promoting one designer or one thread company. All of these thread companies and designers, this is how they make their living, and they are doing their best to bring us beautiful product in which it just amazes me at what they design and the color patterns that they have. We have a wall of thread and spinners of threads. One thing that I really like is I can walk over to my wall of threads and see I have the classic Colorworks, the Gentle Art sampler threads, and the Week Style Works on one wall, and so I can walk over there and just walk down that wall and look at color. And if one color isn't what I'm liking on what is called for, and I've laid it on the fabric, then I can just go pick out and play until I get to that point of liking what I have laid out and changed. With that, all the thread companies, believe it or not, it is so different when we walk over to that wall and look. It is amazing at the color pattern that there is and how hardly any of them are anywhere close to just mimicking the other. So I want to thank you, Classic Colorworks, the Gentle Arts Thread Company, and Week Style Works for just your beautiful threads. There are many more. There's Gloriana Silks, there's Dinky Dye Silks, there's Belsois Silks, tons of threads from Rainbow Gallery. So you can actually take a piece and change the threads and turn it into your own masterpiece, just changing it to what you like and what benefits your pleasure of the what I call freedom of stitch. You can with stitching you can change anything, even with punch needle you can change thread colors. I have one lady that comes in and she stitches and punches, but she is really good. She's an art teacher of some the little, I think, K4 K5 kindergartners, and it's amazing how she'll come in and take a punch needle pattern and just play with threads and pull and take something that's beautiful, but she changed it to her color pattern that she wanted, especially if she was giving it away. She was trying to make it more personable to the person that would receive it, and so I think that's really, really great. As I move forward, I want to talk a little bit about punch needle. Punch needle is fun. It is just so much fun. It's to me that end of the day when I'm brain fried and my eyes just can't see because I've sat in front of a computer all day long or done tons of paperwork. I can pull the punch needle out and feel like I get that stress relief every evening before I go to bed, either by stitching or by punching. And it's really, really fun. If you haven't tried it, try it. What I have seen and what has been recommended is the only thing that I use is the Sean from Threads That Bind. It recommends that you use the Morgan stand. There are quite a few out there, some that are even more expensive, and that's the only thing that I've used, and I don't feel like there's any reason to search out a different one. It is ultimately the best option for me. That doesn't mean that you have to fit in my box. The Ultra Punch Needle, which used to be called the Cameo, I have looked at several. I had one, somebody donated me a whole set of one that was much more expensive. I looked at it and tried to play with it, and it just did not fit my hand for what I needed. So the Ultra Punch Needle is wonderful. It works easily. Several of the designers that you can watch their YouTube videos, Threads That Bind, With Thy Needle and Thread, Not Forgotten Farms, what I have seen, they all really love the Morgan lap stand and the Ultra Punch Needle, and then just a great pair of curved scissors. You don't have to start off with an expensive pair. If you feel like it's something that you are going to do, then I would go ahead and invest in a pair of Gingers. That's curved scissors, but that's just really up to you. I wanted to spend, like I said, a little time on punch needle, and we have a local designer here that has been in, and she will be in the upcoming, I think, winter issue. And this is the winter issue of 2018 of the Prim Stitch Punch Needle. And Tinka's wool cover is featured, and this is her little piece right here. She is here in Arkansas, and she has loaned us her beautiful little actual model. So if you have looked at this and have punched it, great. And if you've looked at it and you wasn't for sure, this little piece is just beautiful. Tinka also has some other designs that she has on display here in the shop. We have the charts for those. If you would like to see them, please stop by. But I thought I would go ahead and show you this one. This one's called Pumpkin Boy. Of course, as you look at the chart, you're kind of like, But then when you see the model, isn't he just cute? I love fall, I love pumpkins, I love Halloween, and I think he's just really, really cute. There is also a pumpkin girl that goes right along with him. And then with our punch needle, I wanted to do a recap. We do have Sean from Threads That Bind coming just a couple of weeks for our class. She's an excellent teacher. She is the one that I learned from. You will have so much fun. If you would like to join the class, please do. I'm trying to So that's part of what I wanted to share with you on punch needle. And then what's new in the shop. There's always new things, and I don't want to overwhelm you with new things. I'm here just to show you some beautiful things and encourage you to continue with your cross stitch, with your punch needle. Learn if you have not learned. If you're just now watching Flosstube videos, I hope that you be inspired, you get inspired by what everyone is sharing, and just share your love and your passion for generations to come. But what's new in the shop, I'm just going to show you one thing, and that is, this is a new one, the Suffrage Act from Little House Needleworks. And to me, this goes back to freedom. There was a time in the United States of America that women didn't have the privilege. I feel like it's a privilege that if you wish to vote, you can. So that's our new one that I wanted to feature. We are in July still. Today's July the 5th. We have our Prim Stitch Punch Needle Stitch Day today. So if you're ever in our area and just want to stitch or punch, our first Saturday is for cross stitchers and punch needle. Either way, you can bring both. If you want to stitch for a few hours on one and then punch for a few hours on the other, that's up to you, because it's all about freedom. One thing that I wanted to show you is an upcoming project that I think I'm going to add to my stash to stitch, and that is a la-di-da called Quaker Alphabet. And again, I wished, and we'll work on trying to get you better color as we move forward with our floss tubes. This one was stitched using cream de mint and Nor from Belle Soie on 35 count straw from Weeks. We have those. They are a green and a really rich. This dye lot of Nor looks more like a brown black, more like this 3371 DMC, which I wanted to show you because of when you look at the picture, when I look at the picture, I see black and more of an aqua if you're looking at the true picture or the color of what's on the front. And I'm the one that always likes to change. I like to change. Sometimes I change the fabric and stay with the threads. Sometimes I do the opposite. Sometimes I change everything. And so with this one, I chose, this is what I've pulled, and I think it will go to my future stitching stash, and I'm not for sure how this is going to look when I show it in front of you, but this is Twilight from Weeks Needleworks. Of course, it's really, really pretty. It's a really dark blue. And then I chose Maiden Voyage and Oatmeal Scone. They just speak to me, and I'm thinking that all of the Quaker part of it will be the Maiden Voyage, and then all the lettering in the Oatmeal Scone, just to give it a total different look. And I'm wanting you to see it. We're just not getting a really good reading this morning. Let's see. Then I'm going to go back to the called for. And if you love that, I like to challenge and think outside the box of showing you just different things that, and a lot of people like to come in and use exactly what it calls for. That's great. If your favorite color is purple, come in and work. Go to your local needlework shop. Take your pattern and ask them to help you play. Choose colors that you like. It's really your freedom, your privilege to choose what you stitch and what fabric you use, what thread you use. Just make it your own. I want you to enjoy, like I said, your needlework. It can bring inspiration to others. I take mine, I go to the doctor with my dad quite often, and when I do, I take mine with me. Most of the time, in most doctor's offices, you're going to sit and wait 30 minutes to an hour before you even get put back in the room, and it's the perfect time to get some stitching in. Punching, I can take it with me, but sometimes I feel like that the sound may be a little annoying to the others around, so I don't want to do that. I want to do a thank you to Marlene, Stitching by the Lake, for encouraging me to do this. I want to thank Vonna, the Twisted Stitcher, for encouraging me and answering questions when I have them. She's also doing some finishing for us. We also have a local stitcher, Susie, that does finishing for me. So we have beautiful models that I want to share with you little by little as we move forward, so you can see the different inspirations. I want to do a thank you to Leslie LaFleur and her friend Carrie. They stopped in the other day on their way back from StitchCon, and Leslie introduced herself. She is Under the Sea Fabrics, so I look forward to seeing her fabrics and ordering from her, just to have a variety. We want to have a variety and keep it stocked as well as we can. Also, I want to let you know that we have started a group, or I have started a group called Shepherd's Needle Freedom Friday. Several of you use blogs to post what you've posted on Flosstube. I do not have time to spend a lot of time trying to create and work a blog, so I've created a, a group, a Facebook group, like I said, Shepherd's Needle Freedom Friday. There I will, under files, make postings of what we've talked about in each floss tube. So once you've watched it, if you forgot to write something down that you saw, you can go over to our files and just floss tube 1, floss tube 2 as we move forward. The group will also, in the group, you'll also be able to post your pictures of your stitching, what you're stitching on. We ask that you include the designer's name and the name of the design. You can also note that what fabric you used, what count you used. This is very brand new, so bear with us. Go find our group and ask to join, and we will get it going here and help you out. Even answer questions. You can message me and I can answer your questions through there. You can also reach us at ann@shepherdsneedle.com for any questioning. I want to thank everybody in the floss tube industry that is doing floss tubes. I have not got to watch a whole lot of you. I have seen some of Priscilla and Chelsea's, Jen Stitching. There's quite a few that I want to get to. Leslie lives here in Arkansas. Leslie, I'm sorry I can't think of the name of your floss tube right now, but there are so many out there, and it's so fun to watch the different personalities and what you post. So for now, I'm going to close and say thank you again. Today is our Prim Stitch Punch Needle Saturday. Please check our calendar out if you're traveling through. There is an event every Saturday here on the shop. Sometimes it may be a class. We have Tuesday stitch days every Tuesday unless we're closed due to a holiday. There are going to be more things coming for you to, if you're traveling through and want to join in for one of those days, please do. Again, as I close off, I need to get ready for the stitchers that are coming today. It's going to be interesting to see who brings what to stitch, and if some will bring stitching, some will be punching, but we want to be ready for them and sign off and say thank you, and we look forward to hearing your comments. One more thing I guess I need to do is the giveaway that we did. Let me I'm sorry. This is the first time I've done this, so please be patient with me as I get our winner for our drawing. Maybe. My little lady that helps me today. Oops, I am so sorry. Let's see if we can do. Okay, I apologize. We will return shortly. I will do just a mini quick video and post who our winner is. So if you will hold on for just a moment and let me see what I can do. All right, I believe we're back right quick. We had a little oops, which is normal in life. Our winner for our little pincushion box by Long Nam Lane is Karen Creek. Karen, if you would send us an email, ann@shepherdsneedle.com with your shipping address, and we will get that shipped out to you. For our next drawing, this is the questions that you need to answer on below. To qualify for the drawings, you do need to answer below. That would be, what is your favorite fabric count, whether it be Aida or whether it be linen even weave. Please make sure that you describe what your count is, and if you want Aida, even weave, or linen, What we will do is once we have a little information about what you like, we're going to create a little bundle of 3 pieces. They will vary in sizes, but they will be well worth you taking the time to answer below. And our giveaway again will be 3 beautiful pieces. They can be solids or hand dyeds. This is where you get to choose and give us a little bit of information of what we're going to bundle and send to you. I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And stay encouraged and lift somebody up today. We all need to be lifted every day, every week, throughout life. Again, thanks everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.